Okay, what have we been learning in social studies for the past few weeks? What all have we been talking about, Sophia?
Civil War.
The Civil War. And what things have gone on in the Civil War? Who can name some events? Brian?
Abraham Lincoln was assassinated in 1956.
Okay, Trent?
The War of Gettysburg.
Okay. Gavin?
The 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment.
Alright, so Hannah, sorry.
The Civil War was the one of the
Civil War, okay. Diego?
Good one.
Good job, guys. So we've been talking about the Civil War, and we've learned a lot of events, and we learned about people who have been important. So today what we're going to do is we're going to make a timeline of the Civil War. So who knows what a timeline is, or the purpose of it? Yes, Tristan.
Well, I can tell you about a timeline is where one place, so 1853 to 1854 to 1854.
Okay.
They're basically telling you what happened, but in order.
So in order.
So when would you see a timeline? When could it be helpful? Blaine?
If like you're like researching like say John Brown, like it was like you would have to have a timeline to know the different dates, what happened in his life and stuff.
Right,
Yeah,
so it
that's
can
a
be
good
for a person. You can use it to see a person's timeline. What else can you use a timeline for? Brian?
In like you put in 1956 and there you go on the great and that.
Yeah.
You went like up to
Right, so it's for events. So, Sam, can you sit down, please? So we're going to watch a video that shows us how to make a timeline and runs us through everything.
Can I turn off the lights?
You can turn off
This
one
will kind of
light.
help y'all.
Because
and what
we're
you're going
going
to
to,
be doing.
in a few minutes, make our own timeline. So,
I
I know. But this is going to tell you everything you need to know. I did.
Oh, you.
Yeah. Miss Price, can we turn one light off?
A timeline is a great way to illustrate a set of historical events. The events on a timeline usually follow a theme or take place within a specific period of time. To make a timeline, first create a list of events you want to include and order them chronologically. That's a fancy way of saying earliest to latest. Then, look at your earliest and latest event dates to determine the period your timeline will cover. The earliest date goes at the left end of the timeline, while the latest date goes on the right. Now split the timeline into segments by drawing smaller, intersecting lines at equal lengths apart. Each line represents a unit of time. A unit can be a day, a month, a year, or even 100 years. Label every few units with the year it represents on the timeline. Now, add your list of events to the timeline, marking them at the corresponding year. You can make a timeline about anything: the events of your favorite TV show, the founding of the United States, even the history of baseball.
That was short, but it told you everything you needed to know. So, who can tell me what chronological meant? Did anyone pick that up? Naftali?
It means that put them
Put them in order from what?
earliest to last.
Good job. And where does the earliest go? Where does the earliest date go?
At the left point.
On the left or the right?
Left.
Right? Left? What do we think?
I do not know what left.
Left. So the earliest will go on your left and the latest will go on your right. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a sample one, and I'm going to do events from my life, and we're just going to do a quick little timeline together, and you guys are going to help me set it up. So what do I need to do first? Draw a line.
We're intersecting right through it.
Okay. And the 3 dates I'm going to do.
So she's going to do 3 events. How many lines is she going to have on the timeline?
2.
3.
my 3 dates that I'm using. So what do I put on the far left? Which date? We have 1997, 2009, 2015. What was the far left again? Is that the earliest or the latest?
Latest. Earliest.
Okay, someone raise their hand to tell me. Diego.
1997.
1997. So, in 1997, Miss Dooley was born. When were you guys born?
2008.
Well, I was born in 1997. Miss H was born
In 1995.
So that's my first event. So I won't write it, but that's when I was born. So then what goes next?
2009.
2009 or 2015?
2009.
2009. Then I put 2009 in the middle. And 2009 is the year that I started playing lacrosse. Has anyone played lacrosse or know what lacrosse is?
Oh, that's a word.
It's like a
It's a
sport.
sport.
That was the next year I was
You play with the stick.
Oh,
So that's the next year. Okay, and then where do I put 2015?
On the end.
So on the end?
2009. What do you mean play with the stick?
Like, I play with the ball.
Like,
It's a sport. It's a sport. Okay, in 2015, that's when I graduated high school. So, these are my 3 events. And did you see how I took what I wanted to put on my timeline and I put them in, what was that fancy word?
order.
What? Chronological. So chronological meant I put 1997 first because it was the earliest time, and then 2009, and then 2015. Earliest to latest, exactly. And what you want to do is you want to put a title. My first name's Olivia. That's my title for my timeline. And you would have event descriptions in it.
So for here, what did she say for this date? What was
Born.
So then we would write, Olivia was born. And then in 2009, what did she say? Lacrosse. And then in 2015, what happened? She graduated.
And she died.
So this is just a little example of what y'all are going to be doing in your activities.
So we are going to split you guys into groups. Alright, are we talking? We should be talking right now. We are going to split you guys into groups, and you are going to get this bag of lots of sheets of paper. And in this bag, you have some that are in, I'll give you an example. This kind of fun, bold font, and it has a date on it, and it has an event. And then you have another piece of paper that kind of has smaller font. Some have pictures, some don't, and that has a description of the event. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to lay out all of your sheets of paper, and you're going to have to say, okay, well, I think that the Gettysburg Address was blank, and you're going to have to find a description to match that event. So you're going to match up all of your titles to all of your descriptions, and then you're going to glue them down on this sheet of paper in order like they would be on a timeline. So you're going to, yes, go be in groups. So you're going to make a timeline of the events of the Civil War. But you need to use your brains to make sure, oh, well, I think this description matches with this event.
And so at the end, we're all going to come back together, and then each group is going to kind of show us what you did on your timeline, and then we can all see what order and if everybody's matches up.
So another thing with these sheets of paper is sometimes it's not going to fit just in a simple line. It's not going to fit in a line. So you might have to put some events up top, some events below the line, and that's okay. You can do that. But you just need to make sure that you draw a line to show where you want them to go on the timeline.
So you see how born is right above where the dash is on the timeline up there? So just make sure that it goes with the...
But if I were to put another...
I do not understand.
But if I had a lot more events, I could write some more stuff down here and then draw a line to say, oh, that goes right here. Or some more up here and draw a line and say, oh, that's supposed to go right there. Does that make sense? So you can put it above and below the line. So you can fit it all on sheet paper.
All right, let's call out these groups.
So we're going to split up into groups and work together, and you'll be with Ms. Stapleton, Ms. Stock, and Ms. Price, and then us. And we're going to make our timelines, and then you're going to come back and present. But there's a catch. So you have a list of 12 events, but 2 of them don't have to do with the Civil War. So you have to figure out which 2 events don't have to do with the Civil War, and you just get rid of them, because you don't need them. So you'll have to work in your groups to figure that out.
Okay, the ones that are with me and Miss Dooley are Sophia, Sala, Stephanie, Hannah, Juan, and Diamond.
I want to be with her. I want to be with her. Have you, Joe? I want to be with her.